Hello there, Internet world. My name is Renee Jones, and this is, I'm going to call it 5 minutes with TLS. Normally, it's 2 minutes, but I've been going a little bit over. The content is really good. Some of the questions I've been getting sent is really good. So we decided to make it a little bit longer. Hopefully, you enjoy the content. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed, please do. I'm going to ask you to like the channel, which helps us get our content into the hands of more people through the use of the YouTube algorithms, the Google algorithms, and so on. So like the channel, subscribe to the channel. And today I'm going to be talking about management, or middle management to be exact. The interesting thing is labor accounts for about 65% of the cost in a distribution company. So with that being the case, you would think we would spend a lot of time actually hiring the right person to manage our workforce. And I'm not just saying spend a lot of time. We would make sure that we hired the correct person to manage our workforce, as opposed to bringing in somebody that may not fit the culture, may not have the skill set we want, but it's a friend, or it feels like the right guy or the right girl, but they just don't end up working out, and we're stuck with that person because the job's just not getting completed. So if you look in today's market, about 54% of middle managers feel like they're overworked. 55% are overwhelmed by their workload. 59% lack time for reflection. 56% don't have time to complete their task. And about 45% feel they're multitasking too much. I did an article a while ago, and it talked about if you hire somebody, or thinking of hiring somebody and you're reading their resume, we all know that you're perfect two times in your life: when you're born and when you create your resume. But when you look at someone's resume and they tell you they have all of this experience, we understand, anyone that's listened to my channel understands, you have to vet the experience that they have. Because I use the same example, a person will tell you they have 10 years of experience when in actuality they don't. They have 1 year they've repeated 9 times. Now, someone might say, hey, you know what? They bring a lot of knowledge to the table. That's true. They can tell you how to do what they've done over and over again, and they're really good at it. A clockmaker is a clockmaker. If he's been making clocks for 20 years, he can tell you anything you know about making the specific clocks that he's worked on. The moment you introduce technology, or it's a different type of clock than what he's used to, now that knowledge that he had, or that experience, so-called experience that he had, basically goes out the window, because he's used his experience or his time to do the same things over and over and didn't expand and learn anything new. That being said, your middle managers need to be people that can actually make a difference within your organization. They need to be able to identify different personality types, because everybody doesn't respond to the same type of criticism. Everyone doesn't respond to not being told whether they're doing a good job or a bad job. It's their responsibility as a middle manager or as a supervisor to be able to identify, hey, I'm going to speak with Mary this way, I'm going to speak with Tom this way, because they're two different personalities. They have to be dealt with differently. If your managers can't assess that, then you're going to have some problems within your organization, and those problems ultimately are going to come back to you. It's your responsibility to be able to identify who's a good leader and who's a bad leader. Remember, 54% of managers, middle managers, feel they're overworked, and 56% say they don't have enough time to complete the task that they've been assigned to complete. That being the case, I wonder why you have so many returns sitting, not being processed. I wonder why receiving doesn't get processed the day it comes in. I can tell you, because your managers don't have enough time to address what they need to address and many of them are horrible at delegating. And even when they're responsible for bringing people into the organization, they're not good at that either. And oftentimes you have somebody doing the hiring and firing, can't tell you anything about the labor laws within your organization or within the the geographic area that you work in. So anyway, middle managers, supervisors, distribution center managers, you need to spend more time making sure you hire the right person. You need to make sure they get adequate coaching, and you need to make sure they understand which tasks are a priority, are important, which ones aren't, which ones are a priority, and which ones aren't. I said that twice, but I'm gonna let it go. I think you get the gist of what I was saying. But anyway, this was 5 minutes with TLS. Hopefully you enjoy the content enough that you subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I'll see you the next time. And don't forget to visit us on the web at logisticsociety.com. I'll see you the next time.